cellos, violins, for you a chance to switch. Will you play it? Play it for me. Play it for me. that give you a sense of where you particularly want to be?
muted so they would actually stop talking so I could make announcements. Okay, let it out. Okay, so you should never ever do that in your life as a musician. Take a deep breath in, everybody say ah. The moment in which you stop breathing in is the moment in which you start breathing out. Here we go. Ready? Again. So now do a little hiccup like this. Watch this. Ah. Here we go. Give that a try. Yeah, that should feel familiar to some people, but it shouldn't feel good to anyone. Think about the air moving at the same speed the entire time. You're saving up. 2, 3. So when you get to that note, when you get to the last note of any phrase, when you think about the air being paced, so it's not 4-count air, which is but the horns might have a couple 4-count air moments in this piece, right? Trumpets, da-da! The third. So pretend like we're pulling the air out of you, like your belly button has a string on it. Just D, not D. And what you're generally doing is this. You're starting with not quite enough air, and then you turn it on. Can you just have it be steady air? And I promise you, if you think about getting taller on the last note, you'll sound better. If you go da, it will not sound as good as if you go da. As I get softer, I try to get taller. Here's the last note. Steady air, get taller. Deep breath. Ready? Good. What was the last sound you heard? Oboe, right? Yeah, it was us. Oboe. 2, 3, air. Breathe. What was the first time you heard on beat 2? This note. Ready? Breathe. Lift. Breathe. Ya-da-da-da, measure 49. If you move on beat 3 of measure 49, when you've listened to someone else who moves on beat 3, the chord moves under the melody. But come ye back, chord, when some... If you have the melody, if you have a whole note, listen to the people it's going to happen. Same place? So what are we doing? We're taking a great breath, we're breathing together on beat 1, we're releasing, and we're playing through the long notes, and we're listening to the half notes. Ready? 48. Ready? With that person. So listen to the people. And if you have quarter notes and everyone else is playing whole notes, play beautifully. Don't tongue it hard, use the air. Okay, once again, last time. Whatever band says it though. But last time. 48. Ready? Air. Lift. think as much of that as you can do all the time when you're playing anything, listening, try to find it. It's like you're a detective. Well, who's doing something that's really interesting that I should listen to? And sometimes it's half notes. In measure 49, the most interesting thing is the chord that shifts on beat 3. It's not fancy, it's not 32nd notes, it's not 16 notes, it's just half notes. But that's the most interesting harmony that happens. And then at other times it's bom, 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 with these big broad quarter notes. There's that 32nd note. D, 2, 3, 4, da-da, right? That's a fun little, is that second trumpet, I think? Or something. You know, there are these little things hidden in. Instead of an E natural. Can I hear anyone 2 bars before C who has 8 notes? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And I'm more interested in the ooh than the T. Right now, it sounds like you really love the top. Ta, 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 ta. You really want to put the T on the top. Think of more of an ooh. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Think about air. Same place? Same people, same place. 2, ready, and breathe. And as you get lower, you need to be louder or softer. Louder, why?
You're using more air to go lower.
So it takes more air to make the instrument work. Also, it is lower so it doesn't project as much. Trombones, will you picture, like you have to play all the way through the slide? So if you're here, it takes a certain amount of air. If you're here, it takes that much more air. I heard someone actually say this about clarinets, and I stole it. I'm going to use the source of my life. Say, play down to the furthest finger you have. So if you're playing a low note, picture moving air all the way to where that finger is. And same thing for you, trombones. As you get lower, you have to fill it up with air. Good. Oh, why not? Here is after. We're breathing in. 1, 2, breathe. There we go. Again. 1, 2, air, and. That's the idea. That's the idea. So here's my challenge to you. This is my mouthpiece lesson, and this is cleaning, I promise. Get a Kleenex and buzz, and see if you can go right, and not, or play a long note. Go. And see if while buzzing, while moving air through the mouthpiece, you can keep the Kleenex in the same place. So the first time you do it, you'll do this. Well, the first time you do it, you might actually do this. And the Kleenex won't move at all, because you're actually not moving any air through the mouthpiece. But what will probably then start to happen is you do this. And it'll kind of go back and forth. You want to be able to go. And the air shoot is so steady and so consistent that it stays. So go ahead, put your hand there this time. Buzzing with the mouthpiece. Wow, you put those back on as fast as you could, didn't you? Okay, buzz with the mouthpiece and feel the air with your hand. And try to feel the steady. 1, 2, breathe. Keep going. This will probably sound different. There we go. Think about the buzz, think about the air. 1, 2, breathe. but it's usually a significant difference. And I think the Chicago Symphony buzzes on the mouthpieces and puts back on the horn and sound better afterwards. Not that it's possible to sound better, but what happens in brass instruments, and if I tell you nothing else that you remember, you can actually make a sound on a trumpet or a trombone or a horn without moving much air. And you do it by squeezing. You can go like this. And somehow the horn will make a sound. It won't be a good sound, but it'll be a sound. You're not moving any air at all. You're just pressing your lips together. But if you actually move air through that buzz and go like this, then all of a sudden the horn's going to just take off. So if I do this, it'll be a sound, but it won't be good. If I go, and I actually get air to the mouthpiece, then I'll get air to the horn, and everything will come to life. Here's the letter, there's no good spot. Horns, trombones, we didn't practice this, the same thing's true for you. Here's everybody at B. Everybody write at B. And I promise we'll go on. Letter B. 2, tall, breathe. 1, and breathe. Together, and do we sound the same? Is articulation the same? 4 on the nose, 4 bars later. 2, ready, and breathe. Again. 2, ready, and breathe. Breathe. Good, good. What's the tendency going to be when you have all those 8 notes in a row? Are you going to speed up or slow down? You're going to speed up, right? So go. But the way you can slow yourself down is to think about pressing your fingers on harder. Beep, bop, bop. But when we try to get people to go fast, we say lighter fingers, right? So I think heavier fingers will help slow you down. Other thing, horns, the deck is stacked against you. Your instrument is like 20 feet long. It's facing the wrong direction. And you have the oboes, who can play the shortest note in the world just by looking at their horn. So in order for you to match them, you have to really be very aggressive about that 8th note. D, 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 and just a little fast burst of air on the 8th note. So let's do U4 one more time. 2, ready, and. Together, 1. That's the idea. That's the idea. So the key is, who are my people? And in this case, these are your people. So it's this quartet, and then this quartet, and then bom, 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 D. Let's do everybody at letter D. Everybody at D. Who are your people? Before F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Actually, before we do that, can I hear Anyone with a whole note, 5 before F? Anyone with a whole note, 5 before F? So it's all 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So can you place that beat 4 together? Put a little bit of start. 2, ready, breathe. 2, 3, yeah. So don't ever make someone go like this. It's like, be nice to me. No, really be nice to me. You know? Ready? There you go. 4, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Okay, so beat together that. Here's everybody, 5 before. I'm going to say that one more time. Because I do this all the time. I give a downbeat and it sounds kind of average, and I go like this. Or I raise my eyebrows or something, and all of a sudden people activate the air and it sounds good. And I say, well, why didn't you just do that the first time? Is it any harder? Really? You know? Dr. Tim Altshuler says the thing. Everyone raise your hand as high as you can. Raise your hand as high as you can in the air. As high as you can. Now raise it a little bit higher. So what is when you say, I'm going to do my very best, well, you're not really doing your very best. You're doing kind of your very best until someone asks you to do more. So the more you can say, I'm going to make my best sound on the downbeat, I'm going to sound really good, I'm not going to wait for beat 3 to sound good, I'm going to sound good right now, the better you'll be fast. Here we go, 5 before. Make your best sound on your first note. 2, 3, breathe. 2, and together. Close staccato. This is an open staccato. Ta. It's still a short note. You're not holding for a long time, but you're letting it release. Ta, ta, ta. I think of these 3 notes as bouncing off my rock hard abs. Ta, ta, ta. It's just a chord right off of it. Here we go. I don't know why you're laughing. Here we go. 1, 2, breathe. Air. Ta, ta, ta. Okay, so think about longer. The other thing to think of is the string section.
Just a little.
You're right. Yeah, sorry. This is my impression of some of you shifting weight from cheek to cheek. Right. It doesn't have to come from the shoulders. It's literally cheek to cheek. So at the top you're like a buoy in the water that's just kind of listing. Or you're like the video I saw on Facebook of a cruise ship that's like, you know, tipping over, and they show the outside and the inside like super flat all the place. Or as we like to say about global warming, my end of the ship is really high in the air. We can't possibly be sinking. So if you rock back and forth, left cheek and right cheek and left cheek and right cheek and left cheek. Ya da da dee 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 dee. fast right. Yada-da-dee, but at this tempo it is easier to move the air. Yada-da-dee. Now, I'm not saying you should do this during the concert. And so immediately you stop flowing and you tighten up, you tense up, and that makes it easier or harder to do the hard notes? It makes it harder. So I mean, when I get to that part, and if I were a clarinet player, and I'm not, despite all evidence to the contrary, I would think about yabba dooba dooba da, but I would think about really rocking. And I think there is the whole bar slurred. I would do it in groups of 6. Da 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 da. Just put a little slight dot tongue every 6 notes or something, just to feel like you're rocking. So the key, I think, to making this piece work is that back and forth. A Siciliano, what does that mean?
It's from Sicily.
It's from Sicily, and it's a dance. I picture old people. I picture old Italian people on like a stone sidewalk, you know. And I use this joke all the time, and it always lands. So let's see what happens. If you've seen the movie that I'm in called Up, that opening scene with Carl and Ellie. You know, and just picture Carl and Ellie. He's got the hat, he's got the big nose and the glasses. And they're just, it's 2 old people. They can't dance like big and fast. What they can do is rock back and forth and have like 50 years of a relationship as part of this music. Also, I think Siciliano, I think Sicily, it's an island, they take boats. And I think there's something to be said. This feels like a barcarolle, which is a boat song. And I think there's something about kind of a rocking back and forth that makes sense with this music being from where it's located. So here's the very beginning. And 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Saxons and who's got the E flat? Yeah, who's got the B flat? Or the G? Good, good. So lots of E flat, a little bit of E flat, and put the G right in the middle. Who's E flat? flat. Good, that's actually a little low now. D, 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 first clarinet, bass, first clarinet, flutes, everybody off of flutes, off. So it's a very simple kind of sequence, just playing with a beautiful sound. Here's J, everybody. Letter J. Ba-da, the eighth note is important, not just the long one. Letter J. 1, 2, 3, breathe. T, 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 T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. There you go. Okay, so just think of that note as being la, la, D. Say that. D. Do this with hands. D. 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 Not good. Do this. D. Not good. Do this. D. Not good. Do this. D. D. Very good. Great breath. 1, 2. Those last things are bing, hit it and get out of the way. Dun, 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 dun. Once you hit your note, get out of the way and listen. And again, this movement, I was doing this a lot, right? I was like, look, bass clarinets, look, tuba. And if you can think about who is going to help you the most, and it's usually not the melody, and it's usually not you. Who's going to help you the most? Is it percussion? Is it bass clarinet? Is it bassoon? Is it tuba? And get your ears on those people, then everything else is going to come to focus. And in order to listen, you probably need to play louder or softer. Softer. It's also good for life. This is why band is so valuable. If Congress would only realize that if they listen more and talk less, they would understand more. And that's what we want to do. We want to be able to pull ourselves back 10%. So that we can hear what's happening, so we feel more stable and more secure. So I hope you have a great concert tonight. I'm sorry we didn't do more music, but thank you for being here, UCLA. If you're ever down here, in town, we have a concert, you want to come, just send me an email and we'll get you in for free. And we're happy to have guests, and I'm sure this is true at Cal and Stanford and everywhere else. So have a great rest of the trip and a safe trip back. And any announcements you want to make?
The announcement is we are going to